And you'll know our guest today because it's Pink.
Oh my God. I'm so fangirling over you. You
Aw,
are
thanks.
just adorable and pink. And it's
And I don't
great
want
to
to
see
talk.
you.
I just want to listen to you guys talk for 10 minutes. Can I just listen
I'll
to
bet
you?
you say
okay,
that to
that's cool
every
then. That's
accent,
fine.
Pink.
No, I don't. I'm obsessed with Outlander, which is probably very annoying to you, but
Oh,
I love it. I wish
I
I had
worked
an
with a
accent.
Clydesdale horse quite recently that was one of the stars on Outlander. I kid you not.
Aw,
Yeah, beautiful.
And
Clydesdales are
the interview just took a very unexpected turn,
I
didn't it,
know.
Pink, there?
Let's get back on track, shall we?
Yeah. Listen, we've got so much to talk to you about today, Pink. Mainly the new song, which all I know so far, and the new Amazon Prime video, the film that you've done, which I watched today. I got a sneak preview of it today, and it is just fantastic. It's a behind the scenes, fly in the wall documentary with you and your family and your kids, and on tour. It was filmed in 2019, pre-pandemic. I guess my first question is, what made you decide to do it now or back then? Why did you decide to do it?
Well, there's not a lot of women that are touring the way that I am, the way that we are. And there's not a lot of moms. And so I thought it would be a wonderful thing to capture. And also, you know, when you're kids and you grow up and you have this whole narrative about how hard your childhood was and how like terrible your mom was. Maybe that's just mine. But if my kids had that, I was like, oh, but if I make a movie, then they'll know that they were full of it and that they actually were fed and loved and cared for. So
Yeah.
that was another reason. I was kind of hedging later bets, but honestly, I love, so many people don't get me and don't get what I do. And I love what we do as a crew. And there's a reason why we tour the way we do, because we're freaking good at it and we're funny and we're good people and we have a good group. And I love my children and they're hilarious. And I just thought it would make people happy.
I remember when my daughter was quite young and we took her out of school to take her to see Paul McCartney touring, right? And we felt that was a viable thing to do.
Hell yeah.
And at that time, you would get that letter from school saying, how very dare you take your child out of school? But it's this point, isn't it? If you're taking your child and showing them the most remarkable places, the most remarkable experience that they will take with them and allow them to flourish and develop, that's what you're doing. And I absolutely applaud you for it. And it's great to see a mum doing that and showing their kids what the world is about. And they're fantastic.
Yeah, they're good kids. They're really good kids. I think they're, you know, for me, I had a really hard time growing up in a conventional, with all those rules and all that authority and all these sort of preordained ideals. And those were just all boxes I couldn't wait to break out of. And so for my kids, it's like, the world is your oyster. You can do anything you want. And you can find, any single person can find somewhere to belong with people that are like-minded or just so very different that we all get along anyway, right?
Yeah.
And it's just such a wonderful thing to have them with me. Number one, to be able to, I'm lucky enough that I get to have them with me like this, and it's just awesome. I love it.
So there must be the odd occasion when you think, oh God, I just need a break. I just need 2 minutes, just entertain yourself for a moment while mommy takes her shoes off and has a glass of wine.
Yeah. They follow me into the bathroom.
I know.
So I don't know. I guess
Doesn't
I live
happen,
I live in my head like my kids still sleep in our bed. I live in a world where I'm like, one day they're not going to talk to me at all. So I'm just going to take it while I can get it. You know, I'm going to take it while I can get it. I'll have a break in 10 years when she's not returning my texts.
Do you ever, when you're on tour, do you ever forget where you are? Because I mean, you travel to different cities almost every day. You played in Scotland a couple of years ago at Hampden in Glasgow. Do you remember much of that gig in particular, or
I love
does it all kind of
Glasgow.
merge
I'll
into
always
one?
remember Glasgow because it's one of the best audiences in the entire world. There is no energy like Glasgow. There's something to it where like you could go, like in the beginning, I'd say Paris is a hard place to play, right? Because everybody's so much cooler than me in Paris. So
they're a bit too cool for school, aren't they?
It's tough. It can be tough. It's not anymore because now we all know each other and we know that tonight's not the night to be cool. But but Glasgow's never that way. And I would say Dublin is like that as well. And Lake Paul, Minnesota, which is super weird. It's like there's certain places that people are like, I don't care what I look like. I don't care how cool I am. Right now, I am here to have a good time. And that's how it feels every time.
But that's what you embrace. And that's what you teach your kids as well, isn't it? That it doesn't matter what you look like, or you don't need to conform. You just need to be you. And if you love you, then everybody else will either do it, love you the way you are, or go to hell.
Run in the other direction.
Yeah. There's a really amazing bit in the film which I watched, and it's a girl who grew up and she didn't fit in with anybody. She struggled with her sexuality, and she had all sorts of horrible thoughts. And it was your music, and she never met you and she'd never talked to you, but it was your music that sort of saw her through those dark times, not once but twice. And I know that you're very much an ally, aren't you, of the LGBT community? And is that something that's really important to you?
It is important to me. It's important to me for people to live their truth and to be allowed the space to live that truth. And I just always have such a hard time with other people's ideas. Even when I was a kid, I got kicked out of Catholic school because I had too many questions. I was thinking, I wouldn't conform to this ideal. And I don't know, I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Yeah, it would have been pretty boring if you'd conformed, eh?
It's like taking advice from a really unhappy adult. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I don't want to be like you. I want to be happy. I want to fly my flag. I want to have a good time. I want to laugh. Create that life. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And being on stage is I guess with your family and being at your happiest. And so you must be itching to get back out there, are you?
I've been barefoot in my kitchen for a year. I'm pretty happy.
Sounds great.
I'm a master sourdough baker. No, I do miss it. I miss live music so much. I was gonna go see Brittany Howard. I had tickets to go see Chris Stapleton, and it all got canceled. And I think we all miss live music terribly. I miss my crew. Yeah. I miss being upside down.
Still don't know how you do that. That's unbelievable. I don't know how you do that.
You are playing at the Brits though,
yes.
which is coming up. And can you give us a little sneaky preview of what to expect from that, or is it secret?
I am going to actually just try to stay out of Rag and Bone Man's way because he's it. He's so good.
You guys did a duet together.
I love our song, and I love the Brits performance that I did last. That was one of my favorite things I've ever done. So I'm just happy to be invited back.
Well, we cannot wait to see you live again.
Thanks.
And the TV show is honestly, it's an hour and a half film, and it's like the best thing I've seen on TV in a long, long time. Genuinely, and I'm not just saying that.
Thank you.
It's brilliant, and
there is no facade with you, which we absolutely adore, and wish you all the best.
Still working on it.
Thank you, Pink. Have a great day.
Thank you. You
too.
Thank you.